Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing great. I wanted to share an experience with you and to remind you that you do not need a reason to be happy and to feel good. All it takes is a decision because it's a natural state for all of us. So, decision is to allow ourselves to get centered, to feel good, to relax, to use any action to get to that place, but we do not need a reason to be happy. So I was a little bit on edge coming back from Europe to US, and I was just for a few days prior to that not really in the best possible space, even though we had a great time in Barcelona, but I was not really like fully enjoying it. And the morning of flying, I said, you know what, I'm just gonna cut through it. I'm going to make a decision. This is going to be a full-on aligned day, and then things starting showing up wonderfully one after another. First, we enter to the airplane, and the attendant says, I think I'm going to get this guy to sit somewhere else so you guys can have the whole row together. And I was like, oh my gosh, after our flight from Belgrade to Barcelona, where Alexander was so hyperactive, uh, this was like the best news because then he could move between us, he could lay down and sleep nicely. So the flight was a delight. One of his active stages, our son wanted to walk around, so I had him, crawl between the seats, and then he met this wonderful lady that wanted to play with him and, to sing him songs in Spanish. And then we looked to the side, and another lady engaged into a conversation, and she overheard where he was born, and she said, I'm actually from that same city. And then she asked us for the name of the clinic where we went to, and it ended up being exactly the same doctor that was on the birth of our son is her fertility doctor too. I mean, like a crazy synchronicity. Another awesome moment was when Alexander wanted to go and watch the landing. He went towards the window, and then I've never seen this lake in the shape of a butterfly. Butterflies are always like around me, and even with the clients that I'm working with, they always see that as a representation of their transformation. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go and check out that place. And then he really wanted to look backwards, like like we're not supposed to miss something. And then we turned around, there was a huge rainbow over there. So just like magic galore. Then we passed through global entry, even though Alexander does not have it yet. And then Armand's dad waited for us, and the magic of packing all of our bags into a sedan, it was just that thing on its own was like just pure magic. And then we arrived home, and he shared that the family put all of these things together for us, like a little welcome box with all of the stuff, because they assumed how we're going to need a couple of days, just to get over jet lag and focus on putting apartment together. So we had the food for our fridge for 3-4 days, and even prepared meals for Alexander. Oh my gosh. Then we go to pick up our car, and the new battery was installed, and I went to fill up the tank. The price for gas was like the lowest in like since we started driving here 3 years ago. All surprise after surprise. Then as we entered our apartment, we were reminded that we had like to fix it while we were not here, the AC, so the feeling of a brand new AC. And then the day after coming in and realizing that our whole beach has changed completely. So the part of the beach we were at, completely different, restructured, way more sand, bigger space, much nicer entrance to the water, complete and total update. And all of that, all of those synchronicities, just because of a decision to feel good. So I'm sure you're having moments like this. I'm sure you're having days like this. And when you don't, remind yourself that you do, and that all it takes is just a decision. I love you so, and until the next video.